aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Evans set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Good, set. On anyone, huh?
From the pistol, Hurts. Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Play action, Hurts has it. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Good, set. Hey, on anyone, huh?
Hurts now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Flushed out of the pocket. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. And again, here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41.
22! Lady! Stop!
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
250!
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Now Stafford again. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. 4th down, here's Stafford. He's got it to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down. 1st and goal, Rams.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Ready!
Stafford throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. Mevis able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime anytime you score points right before the final frame. And for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Hey, 73!
Back to throw it. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10.
Set. Yellow 20. Alert.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. This is ahead for about 5. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Set.
Stafford. Nakua here, he's got it! And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 30. And the Rams first down.
On first down, here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, here's Stafford. Hits his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Running for the marker with Williams. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rockin' side to side to the beat. They snap a night, fake drinks, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move. Boy, I'm from, you like to go so dumb. I'm fucking up the game. I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't showed it what they call it. She said the boom power. Straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. What you do, just you and your crew.
New set of downs for him from the 31. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't want to be playing for behind the sticks, right? It is still 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 14 brings up 2nd and 1.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st down, a run with Barkley. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 13.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Man in motion, headed right. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
Great, set. Yeah. Anyone, Tiger Hornet.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Hey, 70. Great, set.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles come through to tie it in the 4th. A.J. Brown, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Takes the score. Eagles 21. Rams 20. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Corum now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Set. Blue technique.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. He's across the 35. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Give to Williams from the gun. Past midfield to the 45. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he runs this one in, touchdown Los Angeles. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. Kyron Williams the touchdown.
Kate, with these great running backs, you know that patience is so often carry to carry one of their great traits. but also over the course of the game, just waiting for their opportunity to explode and go finish it as he just did.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for two here at a 7-point advantage. Safford's going to throw for it. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late.
28, Eagles 21.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
63, 60.
He'll throw it. Goddard makes the catch. And this one does not go far. The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on fourth down.
Great, set.
Desperation time here. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
That's Smith on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Great.
He'll look to throw it. It's a screen to Barkley. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here he is to throw. Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut.
Wow, a stunning call to go for it, and the guts pay off. He's in, and they've got the lead.
Rams 28. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Corum now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Went to the well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
36. Rams 28. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Corum now on the return. He brushed him off with ease. Ooh, a big leg from the coverage team there, and that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. That finds Adams downfield. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. Stafford back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got Smith again. And it's not over yet, football fans. He scores, and now a 2-point conversion will force overtime. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
The Rams will line up for the
It's Stafford once more. And that catch gets them the 2. We're all tied up here in the 4th. They're not out of it yet. That conversion successfully tying this game and puts us, of course, on track for overtime.
So much momentum gain, long odds to get those 2-point conversions, but now you got to have discipline. We know, we've seen it in playoffs with limited time left. You got to make sure you finish the deal and carry this momentum you've just gained into that extra frame.
His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're going to catch him. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game, Brock. Touchdown! Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Brock, can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Power squib kick is taken in. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And there was no